Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. It's markets in the morning. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the blockchain backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. Welcome to Markets in the Morning. Today is Tuesday, July 18th, 2023. Welcome to Markets in the Morning, where we take a look at the price action of the cryptocurrency market and the stock market, metals, Bitcoin, the altcoins, XRP, as we get ready for the stock market to open here in the next 2 minutes to see how our day is getting started. So why don't we go ahead and dive in? We'll do some housekeeping here really quick. You can follow me over here on Twitter at BCBacker. This is the only active social media that I have. All others are imposters. I do have a newsletter that I wrote. It is over here on blockchainbacker.substack.com. And of course, you can always check out my website over here, bcbacker.com, where I have over 40 videos, over 11 hours of content, deep diving into the crypto market, Wyckoff accumulation structures, Elliott wave theory, historical behavior of the crypto market, and a lot of market experience stuff that I have. Check that out over there on bcbacker.com. But let's go ahead and dive into the price action of the market as we get started. First things first, XRP is holding up just fine. But we do have mostly a red day over here in the crypto market as we're getting ready for the stock market to open. I believe the stock market's going to open slightly red, just a tick. There's some stuff in the green. I think we'll kind of have a mixed opening as we get opened over there in the stock market. We got Bitcoin sitting over here at 29,794 at the bottom end of the range that we've been in now for, almost an entire month. So we entered this range on June 21st. Today is July 18th. Boy, I wouldn't have expected that we would be sitting here this long. I mean, in any circumstances, I would have thought we would have gotten out of here by now, but still just sitting here waddling back and forth, seeing if we can finally make our way out of here as we sit beneath that big resistance level that we've been at. This has been a historical support and resistance for the last 2.5 years. Bitcoin still just remains there, waiting to see if we can get some action to get us to break our way out of here. As for XRP and what we've been watching happening over here, coming off of the SEC lawsuit and the ruling and summary judgment declaring that XRP in and of itself is not an investment contract, and then getting relisted on all exchanges for XRP being not a security. Hip, hip, hooray. The price is still holding up well. We talked about this in yesterday's video. I've already started recording a video for today, so I'll get that out about an hour after we are finished with the live stream. So we're going to try to keep the live stream kind of quick so I can finish up what I'm working on over there. And then later today, I actually am recording with the Bearable Bull. So I know a lot of you guys watch the Bearable Bull. I've been recording a video with him. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to talk about on that, but I'm sure it will be a good time. I'll be meeting with him this afternoon. But I do have an XRP video coming out later today, hopefully an hour after this live stream. Reiterating the things that we were talking about yesterday with price, it is still just holding up, right? It's in the video, we'll look at underlying indicators. We'll look at everything that we are still just mimicking the behavior of what happens when another rise comes. And then talking about some of the complications with that as well when it comes to Bitcoin, because typically we're supposed to be seeing Bitcoin moving up during this time too. So we'll be diving into that. But otherwise, just looking at what's the difference between yesterday from Markets in the Morning and today, we're doing exactly as we're supposed to do. So let's see here. What are we at now? We're now at 4 days and 20 hours into this thing, and 4 days and 20 hours into this thing, kind of give you a little bit of a look-see-loo into there. Looking pretty okay. And the underlying indicators are the same as well. So the strength indicators are holding up very strong with it too. So it's looking just fine, and fingers crossed if this ends up playing out, we have a fun week ahead of us. So hopefully it does continue to do that. We'll be keeping our eyes, of course, over there on Bitcoin to see that it gives us the signal that everything's okay. But so far for XRP, geez, unreal. As for the Dow Jones Industrial Average, as the stock market has now opened, it's been open for 2 minutes now. We've got the Dow Jones down 13 points. We've got the NASDAQ down 56 points. We've got the S&P down 5 points. So we're down 0.04%, down 0.13% on the S&P, and then down 0.36% on the NASDAQ. The indexes were up yesterday. We did close on the positive yesterday. The Dow Jones had its almost highest daily close. Let's see, did it actually end up crossing above that last one? No, not quite, just a tick off. But we are above the 702 Fibonacci retracement right now for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Of course, it would be nice to see that continue throughout the rest of the week. This is the big thing for the market. This has been the scary thing for the last 8 months, being back at this retracement level, still unable to really plow through it. So hopefully that's in the cards later this week. As for the NASDAQ has cleared above the 786 Fibonacci retracement level. So definitely optimism coming over here from the NASDAQ, and then over there on the S&P. The S&P is back at its 786. So you got the Dow just kind of just barely creeping over that 702. You got the NASDAQ that's cleared all of them. And then we got the S&P that's right up there at the last one. So really looking for some type of oomph to get us going up a little bit higher. As for gold is still just kind of bouncing around in here. Hard to say there's really much direction happening here with gold, as the dollar looks like, as now that the market is open, the dollar has flipped slightly green, coming down off of that breakdown that we had last week. Still kind of holding the support level that we've talked about, keeping our eyes on, that 99 to 100. That's really what we talked about really all of 2023, that we did expect it would go down. The big wonder here is on this level, this 99 to 100. Looking back to the historical behavior of the cryptocurrency market, this entire time period was very positive for the crypto market. And this is the 2017 bull run. In 2020 and 2021, crypto was actually dead all the way until here. This is actually when we started seeing a lot of price action happening for the crypto market. You can see this right here. This is still November of 2020. Bitcoin did not break out of its all-time high until right here. So we didn't actually really get the bull rampaging in crypto until we got all the way down here last time. So the DXY, the question is, how much of a indicator is it any longer after we can do something like that and it mean nothing? But what we can at least look back to is to say, hey, there was some action that happened in the DXY. However, last time it all took place in here. So now that we have finally shifted our way down, the question is, how long will this behave in here? Is it going to break down further? But this is a big support level, just historically. Preferably, let's get this going. Let's get the crypto market really rampaging. But still, just sitting there, staying kind of flat. Next Wednesday on July 26th is when we're going to have the FOMC meeting. It is now priced in 97.3% chance that they will do a 0.25% interest rate hike to the federal funds rate. I always go with whatever this says. I don't have any inside information to know otherwise. I'm going to go ahead and agree and say we're probably going to be expecting a 25 basis point rate hike next Wednesday. We will live stream that. Those are usually at about 2 p.m. Eastern time. So we will live stream that day. We'll do markets in the morning. We'll do a video. We'll do FOMC meeting. It'll be a busy day next Wednesday. As for news that's going on in there, really just kind of earnings beats this week happening over there for the banks. I didn't see anything otherwise that was too big to really tap into here when it comes to major news going on out there. As for crypto news, I haven't really jumped into this. Bitcoin price is stuck at 30K. Here are 3 reasons why. Valkyrie Burr spot Bitcoin ETF enters SEC's NASDAQ rulemaking list. All eyes, AIs are trained. United Kingdom, digital pound meets public backlash. How to earn passive income with peer-to-peer lending. Here's what happened in crypto today. Ripple decision in troublesome on multiple. The Ripple decision is troublesome on multiple fronts. So yeah, yesterday Gary Gensler spoke publicly about the ruling. He looks like a different person now. That cocky little man looks like the little sad man that he is. So I am curious to think, did they actually think they were going to win it? Because it's his body language. The hands are a little limper, and then they already are. But he looked pretty defeated there. So that was pretty good to see. And they're spinning it like a politician would. They're trying to make it sound like it's an opinion. It's not an opinion. This is law. Coinbase CEO will reportedly meet with House Democrats Bitcoin outlook after hitting the June low. See how we holding up Bitcoin. Yeah, we're still just kind of sitting right where we were. How's XRP holding up? Holding up just fine. So yeah, we'll talk about this in today's video. Here we go. Reddit community tokens rocket as rule change speculation boosts Moon and Brick. Okay, so I guess there's meme coins going wild. From politics to Alchemy Pay, David Blue on crypto policy. Celsius estate settles with Series B holders over proceeds in GK8 sale. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong to meet House Democrats about crypto legislation. So it sounds like CEO will be meeting with House Democrats about crypto legislation today. George Kalodis says Ripple's XRP ruling does nothing for regulatory clarity. That's a great story, guy. John Rizzo, could the Ripple ruling spell the end of regulation by enforcement? John Rizzo, you might have a different opinion than your buddy George Kalodis. Whatever. Your name. Okay. All right. Bitcoin back to 29,822. So I think we're pretty much in regards to news. We've got a pretty tame day today. I don't think anything really trumps the news of what we had happen last week. That's really our big story. It looks like the stock market, the Dow has flipped green now. It's now up 63 points to start the morning. So we're now actually, hey Dow, what are you going to do here? If we closed where we are right now, that'd be the highest daily close that we have seen in almost a year and a half. So we'll see if the Dow can maintain that. I, of course, am cheering for that. I've done enough. This is great, right? It's great to see the NASDAQ up. And I have like a super controversial view. And it's not because it's just like theoretical. It's all based on just the price behavior of the market, that Bitcoin tends to follow what the Dow Jones is doing. It seems to care more about the Dow Jones than about the S&P, the Russell, or the NASDAQ. It just seems to care about what's happening with the Dow. So seeing this happen with the Dow is, of course, the thing that we should all be cheering for if you're a crypto fanatic. This is good stuff for crypto to be happening right in here. So we'll hopefully continue to see that happening with the Dow Jones throughout the rest of today. And really for the week, if we can get the weekly candle to close even higher, which we did get last week. We got the Dow to just barely snipe out that 702 last week. Now this week, can we go ahead and get the continuation to happen to it and get that the bigger push to end up happening? But we are up 83 points now that the market is actually opening here. And it looks like Bitcoin's having a little bit of recovery coming in here now, back at 29,839. And XRP, where are you? There we go. This will be the big thing to watch in the coming days. So just kind of, I'll put a video out here pretty soon. But if you're eyeballing XRP, you're eyeballing this range, and you're kind of curious, well, how did this play out last time? The thing would still be a whole nother day of this, of just really kind of meandering around in here for one more day. And then come Thursday, if we did something similar, we'd start to see the things start to shift their way up. But we are seeing underlying indicators are looking good over here for XRP, and I'll have that released out here in about an hour from now. So that's how we start the day. XRP is still holding very strong. It's holding exactly as it did back in 2017. Bitcoin still in a little bit of a battle here now at the bottom end of the range. We've been in here for a month. Keep an eye out for a catalyst, an awesome thing. Regardless, like, it's going to sound funny, right? If you're an XRP holder, of course, you've got the Bitcoin maxis out on their rampages right now. The most bullish thing for the market right now would be some type of news drop or catalyst or something to happen to shoot Bitcoin up like 10%, get us above this resistance level. There would be an altcoin teenager's dream. Yeah. So, if that could happen, that would be fantastic. That's what we're kind of hoping for this week. But otherwise, XRP looks very strong, and I think that's the thing a lot of people who are tuning in are looking for right now. And well, it looks like our stock market is starting to turn around as well. So Otherwise, it looks like we're having an okay opening here to the market. The big one right here, of course, that seems significant is this guy right here, the Dow Jones getting above that 702. That should be a positive sign there for Bitcoin, which then translates as a positive sign for XRP. Because the reality is, if we want XRP to take off, if you are in the XRP community or if you're in the altcoins or anything like that, it's highly unlikely you're going to see like a rotational shift that's going to give enough liquidity to an asset to pump it up really high just on its own. You're likely going to need capital inflows into an asset class. So if we can see bullishness emerging in the markets in general, that's good for everything. And now the Dow's up 105. All right, we might be getting it today, boys, and 5% of viewers, ladies, that we might be getting our Dow Jones break today. Fingers crossed, man. If we get like a 300-point day in the Dow Jones today, guys, when this thing closes, you can probably start dancing in your living room. I know I will. We'll see. We'll hop into the chat. We'll see if we can go ahead and catch it live. If we can set a new yearly high. We'll get rid of the horizontal ray. We'll do it like this. And if it'll startle everybody, just so you know. Ding! And if that happens, it will be a May, June, July, 1 year and 3 month new high. If we can go ahead and cross that right there. So, all right. Otherwise, XRP looking fine. Just creeping on along. Still following bigger, broader structure. Bitcoin, that's the big one. That's the one missing element in here. And I know for a lot of people in altcoins and in XRP, you think, we got summary judgment. We got all these narratives. We got all these other things. It's really good. We don't need Bitcoin, but it really just has more to do with excitement about crypto and money pouring into crypto. It's historically incredibly important for Bitcoin to go up as well. If we're looking for something of this magnitude to arrive in here, that if you're going to achieve something like this and you're going to shift a market cap up that high, you likely need money pouring into the cryptocurrency market, not just a rotational shift. So be cheering for Bitcoin too, regardless of how you feel about other communities or if you're in any type of tribalism or anything like that. We should all be cheering for Bitcoin, for sure. There it is. New yearly high. Boom, boom. New yearly high for Dow Jones Industrial Average. Highest price in 1 year and 3 months. Throw up the frogs. I don't have it's Wednesday, my dudes, all prepared for us to go, but there you go. Highest Dow Jones Industrial Average in 1 year and 3 months. 702 Fibonacci retracement level has certainly been cleared. And now here we go, guys. That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. Don't worry, it's totally not odd that we break through the 702 retracement right after summary judgment, right after this whole fractal plays out. That's totally not weird. Yeah. Don't worry, that was just a coincidence. Where's the tinfoil stocks? Where do I go buy that? I'm all in. Okay. All right, we're gonna hop into the chat, guys, as we get going, so I can get my video out. But there we go. Dow Jones highest in 1 year and 3 months, certainly through the 702 retracement. Nasdaq struggling a little bit more. However, the S&P is also up this morning as well, fighting against the last fib. But boom, there you have it, everybody. Dow Jones doing its thing. But all right, let's hop into the chat. We'll make this one a little bit faster today. Andy came right out the gates. He says, hit the like. I agree. We got 2,400 people in here. We got 500 likes. If you could, number one way to support the channel is simply just hitting the like button on every video and every live stream. And then Andy also gifted 5 blockchain backer memberships. Thank you so much, Andy. I appreciate it, man. You're here all the time, dude. Thank you. Quest says, thanks, BCB, for years of being level-headed and honest. Oh, thank you, Quest. You know, you go through all the tough times to enjoy these types of moments, right? These types of moments, they don't last long. I live in the moment of gratitude of them. You know, if we get a couple months out of this thing, that'll be fantastic. Uh, but you know, that's just part of it. We go through the tough times to get to the good ones. Lucky Game. What do you think about Dash? I don't know. I don't hear much about Dash. You know, it's in the privacy coin spectrum, so just kind of making your pick. You know, Zcash, Dash, Monero. You know, I kind of made my back in June of last year, so over a year ago. I said, hey, I'm consolidating my Dash into my Zcash. I also own Monero, but I don't know. It's probably when it comes to the privacy coins, your guess is probably as good as mine. I think in South America, Dash is actually used quite a bit. But will we see privacy end up mattering in crypto? I think it just depends if it's really ever going to become something we use in everyday payments. So I kind of go into this all the time. I think your guess is probably as good as mine on which privacy coins are going to go, if they're all going to go. Aaron Jeffrey, any validity to this? On XRP market cap, add ETH market cap to compare. Paste XRP fractal December of 2014 to May of 2017, and do fib extension on ETH market cap. Both reach 4.236 extension area. Could be a good place for XRP to catch ETH before the top. Okay. All right, we'll play with it. Hold on, I'm pulling up the chart. We've got to get the right one. You can't use coin paprika. Okay, yeah. All right, we're going to do this. So we are using... Nah. All right, so there was an API issue on this chart. So what happens with CoinTrader Pro is that they are pulling all of their data from CoinMarketCap. They had a funky kind of pull on the data here during this time period back in March. So this never really got this high. This actually topped out right here. So let's just do this. All right, goodbye, DXY. We've already talked about you. It was very nice. Here's what we're going to do. So we're going to use this market cap instead. So we can see we don't have that kind of goofball thing going on right there. It was an API issue with CoinTrader Pro. All right, but here's what you said. On the XRP market cap, add the Ethereum market cap. Okay. I think we're probably going to need this for what we're doing, aren't we? I have a feeling we are. Add the Ethereum market cap to compare. Paste the XRP fractal from back here, and then do a fib extension on the ETH market cap. Both reach the 4.236 extent. Okay, let's try this, and then compare Ethereum market cap back to log. And then you're going like this. Correct. Is that how you're doing that? Is that what you're saying? I mean, it's moon math, right? This is what, a $30 XRP, $25 to $30 XRP. You essentially need to have Ethereum go nuts. I could see where you're going with all of it, but it's way too early. You know, it's just way too early, Amron. You know, I don't know. It's super moon math. I don't know if I'm ready for super moon math. I'm ready for, like, you know, let's do what ETH did, right? ETH did the 4.236 extension on the market cap, right? So if we can get that on XRP, right? That's where we get to, right? Oh, I'm assuming this is where you're doing your extension, right? Right. So yeah. So yeah, I mean that's why they're both going to end there, right? I don't know. I'm not sure what your question is, but this still, this price right here, this is still that $8 to $10 area. If the market cap got all the way to right here, as the 4.236 extension has, it would be, $8 to $10. Thank you, Amron. Shah Shock says the 2017 fractal. What is the top of the first breakout? Your question is kind of vague. Right. And I'm not convinced we're doing all this, guys, right? So, we've got all this in here. This thing goes to what, $37? I'm not in that camp, right? It was a good 30, right? 31. Will it peak here at $4.81 and then pull back to $1.88, losing 60%? Maybe. But this is not my forecast, right? So mine is going to be, and I don't care. The internet can scream at me how stupid I am all they want. When we get to that $8, $10, $8, $9, $10, and I start unloading 65%, what an idiot. That's okay. I'll live with it. If we go to $30, guess what? I'll still have a bag to go there. But I'm not counting on it. Thank you, Shawshot. Crypto Pigeon. Yo, BCB, it's my birthday. Can I get a happy birthday, please? Also, could Bitcoin Daily be in a broadening wedge? Yeah. The only thing about a broadening wedge is you would think we would. Question is where would the significance of hitting here be? So typically, like in a broadening wedge, it's like one of those double tap bull flag breakout backtest V bottoms. And so we had one in here. I know we've done one on the Dow Jones a couple of different times. We didn't get it here. Man, I guess, but it wouldn't be clear to me. So like, I actually have a whole section in here on popular chart patterns, and then that one actually falls into triangle Elliott wave theory. That it's not my favorite. Patterns just in general aren't my favorite unless they're ones that are very specific, like BCB's crashing structure. We talk about them, we talk about the challenges of them, but you will find most professionals are not technically going after patterns. If you have a clear wave count on Bitcoin for a broadening triangle, right, or expanding triangle, then cool. I haven't done a wave count on this to know. Do we have ABC, 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 and then what do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the end, right? I think that's the wave count off the top of my head. I think you have ABC, then you have ABC, and then you have ABC, and then you have ABC, and then you finish it with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's what a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that gives you the A, B, C, D, E, and then gone. Maybe so. But that would be the Elliott wave count for a broadening triangle, or called the broadening wedge, but it's technically an Elliott wave structure. Would be an ABC, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope. Gosh, I will sound like a dingus if I am teaching that wrong right now. We're going to check. Nope, wrong one. pause that. Is it in here? Expanding, broadening triangle. ABC, ABC. Okay, it's not in here. Maybe it's in angle. Come on. It definitely had the ABCDE in there. A wave. Do we have... We've got flats. I don't know. I'll have to look for it. We've got it in there. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's correct. That is your count. So if it is one, that would be what your count would be. What would this be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So technically, would 5 already be completed? Maybe, but what a weird thing. You would think it'd have to go lower if it was. We'll see. Either way, this baby's holding up okay. And happy birthday. I didn't say happy birthday. Crypto Pigeon. Cash me outside. What's going on? DJI performing. Oh, yeah, for the halving. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is just preparing for the halving. It knows the halving's coming. Look at it go, man. Was it up 183 points? We're supposed to be like, This is a celebration. This is a celebration. Why are we not like more hyped? DJ BCB.
It is Wednesday, my dude. It is Wednesday, dudes.
Okay, there we go. It is Tuesday, just so we all do know. But we do have a nice fat move in the Dow Jones Industrial Average above the 702 Fibonacci retracement level, and it is the highest price we have seen on the Dow Jones in 1 year and 3 months. Is the things that we always talk about. Dow Jones, a very critical component for optimism in Bitcoin and the crypto market. After holding here for 8 months at the 702, today here we are. July 18th, 2023. A decent sized move through there as the Dow is up 200 points today. Let's go. Puneet. Giuliani. BCB, the man, the myth, the legend, the GOAT. Thank you for everything you do for your audience. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. D Rowdy, first timer. Thank you very much. No message. Happens all the time. First timers. I'm sure you figure it out. Yep, I see you come in here. Just here you go. Then he says, when BCB pulls out the charts, you listen. Let's go. Thank you very much, D Rowdy. J Rockzone ZX4991. Thank you very much. It's been watching since the 22-cent days. Dang. Just wanted to stop in and say hi. Amazing work. I've learned invaluable information from your videos. Thanks for everything, BCB. Have a great day. Oh, man. Thank you. I would say the 22.5 centers, that was always like its own like thing. But I think what we've kind of gone through for the last year, anybody who went through that, you like have earned status of 22.5 centers. 22.5 centers, we're having to watch Bitcoin go to the all-time high, and we were right after C19. So we were sitting down in the dumps for some time, coming off of C19. So everybody was already just mentally in a bad place. And then we're watching Bitcoin going to an all-time high. So it just hurt that much more. But the last year of being down there at that range for XRP, I think everybody who was there during that time has become a part of that club. XP Market gifted 5 blockchain backer memberships. XP Market, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Moon Doggy Gaming says, longtime lurker, love your stuff. You say liquidity is needed for higher prices, but isn't a DXY crash an alternative? USD V equals Bitcoin. Do you really want that though? I mean, you don't just want it, right? Because you're not any better off, are you? If the value of the dollar just plummets and all we're doing is keeping up with the rate of the destruction of the dollar, but we still can only go to the store and buy the exact same amount of stuff. I personally am not a huge fan of that. You know what I mean? Like, just example, like if one XRP buys you a loaf of bread and then you go like the value of the dollar loses 99% of its value. And then the loaf of bread costs 100 times more, but your XRP also went up 100 times more, but still your XRP only buys you one loaf of bread. Is that what you're here? I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that party. Oh, this is a good question right here. Mark Schneider. How would you feel about Taylor Swift if she was a Bitcoin maxi? Also, thank you for everything you do. Not everybody is perfect. We all have our flaws, and that's what makes each of us special. And I would have to be okay with that. Brandon Hammond. There was an interesting interview on Kitco News with a guy predicting a melt up in the stock market into the fall and then an 80% crash, super cycle ending. Well, we've been talking about that for a long time. The big worry, of course, has been these retracement levels. In the Dow, still, it's not through all the retracement levels, but should it even get through all of them? Should it? There's still this big concern, right? And I'm not sure what a melt up is, how high a melt up goes. But just because we get through here, remember what happened with Bitcoin and what happened with Ethereum back in 2021, right? It was very similar to this. They both got above a 3.618 extension. They both fell back aggressively. They both went on to new all-time highs and hit their 4.236 extensions, right? Here you go. There's Ethereum for you right there. Let's go to it. Right? Ethereum goes on, gets all the way above the 3.618 fib, right? Pulls back and then goes on and hits the 4.236, and then that was the end. We have gone above the 3.618. Just because we go into new all-time highs, it doesn't eliminate this, right? So that's still the big concern on the bigger scale stuff of that still exists. And for me, I will definitely be playing massive defense with my portfolio, whether it comes to cash, treasury bills, notes, bonds, gold, silver, you name it. We're going to try our best to save ourselves in the event of a liquidity crisis happening. But we'll find out. We'll all find out together. Not cheering for it. But just from the technical, and what will be the big thing that will tell us to run for the hills, and why it still hasn't happened yet, guys? It hasn't happened yet, and maybe it is going to end up being the signal. What's missing from the market? Oh, Brian, Ed, the metalhead. Congress has not banned themselves from owning stocks yet. If Congress comes in and bans themselves from owning stocks, I'm running for the hills. So, all right. Thank you very much, Brandon. Andy Philpott, send it, BCB. Yep, Dow Jones Industrial Average, everybody. Let's go. Thank you, Andy. M. Stolovic, Wednesday in New Zealand, isn't it? I don't know. Is it already? Fire Charger, thank you very much. Says, what's your take on FedNow and Ripple? I don't follow it. I know we make hype out of every single thing, and that's a conspiracy. But I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. I tend not to fall for any of that stuff because those types of things happen all the time. I literally don't know the first thing about it. I haven't paid any attention to it. The conspiracies have gotten so out of control. I have no clue what's real anymore. Reginald Cluninger. BCB, you feel your previously stated targets for coins such as Dash are still in play? I doubt it. You'd require... So the EOS has pretty much been abandoned, so we've covered that for a long time. Dash, it just depends if there's going to be a privacy run or not. We'll see. GSML, BCB, you are the man. Who is the Mount Rushmore on Bitcoin maxis? Sailor, Kaiser, Winklevoss, Twins, or Pomp? Have a great day, brother. So who is on the Mount Rushmore of Bitcoin maxis? Is Tone Vase still relevant? He doesn't have nearly the following he used to have. Tone Vase was like your Pomp and your Sailor of 2017 and 2018. He's like irrelevant now. But he still is around. He still is around somehow. I remember during the bear market of 2018, he was going on tour selling, what are they called? What are the 9 candles called? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? And then in reverse. Akatoshi something, right? What are they? Somebody knows it. Somebody in the chat knows what I'm talking about. What is it where you have 9 red candles and then you reverse? Or 9 green? Akatoshi? Is that what it's called? And chat's acting up. Oh, right, July 18th. You're right. Recommend Ford. I said July 18th is the big event. I was talking about XRP though, but I'll take it. I'll take Hitachi candles. That might be it, Ryan. Right? I remember he was going around doing tours, like selling books and everything about Hitachi candles. Heiken Ashi. There you go. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Hanukkah has 9 Hanukkah has 9 candles. Sorry, guys. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Ooh, sexily. Eric Martinson. Today is the day. But first, we need 2,000 likes. Oh, 1,000 is good enough. 1,000 is good. I'm pleased. I'll always take more, but, if we get to 1,000, then it was a good day. But as for the Mount Rushmore, I don't really know. See, the thing is, like, Michael Saylor was not here in 2018, 2019, or 2020. This dude showed up out of nowhere and became like the retail investor, like, god. Like, this guy was not here in 2017, 18, 19, or 20. He just came in and was like, just suckered retail investors, and they don't know it. Maybe they know it now. This guy was not here. He just showed up out of nowhere and was just given a platform to tell people to mortgage their houses and buy Bitcoin at $65,000. It was bizarre. Pomp abandoned his brand at the very bottom. Right? He took Bitcoin out of his name. He closed down his YouTube channel. Will he come back and grift? For sure. But is he a Bitcoin max? Does he belong on there? No. Winkle Twins? Nah. Kaiser? Probably. No, John McAfee wasn't. John McAfee, before he died, he talked really bad trash about Bitcoin. He was a huge privacy guy too, and that probably stems a lot of my privacy stuff. John. Jack Y says the 7702 is the explosion point. At first I was about to say, sir, how are you coming up with that number? Then I understood what you were doing. XRP Monkey, I miss McAfee. McAfee was great. See, that was the thing that really helped through the bear market of 2018. McAfee. Oh, Sonny Decree, I remember him. Champ's the name. Champ is the name. Sailor was already popular in the early 2000s for being the number one of the biggest losers. Yeah, if you search it up and you see in the dot-com bubble who lost the most money in the dot-com bubble, it was Michael Saylor. Ryan Wilson, what are your thoughts on H-bar? H-bar, like many others, is in Wyckoff accumulation. It's a little bit more sloppy, but I think it looks good. The problem with H-bar long term and like holding it for a really long time is going to be the inflation rate. I believe H-bar has over 50% annual inflation rate. That's going to be a problem. Mr. D says, you're so calm when things are pumping when you are online, but do you like that off stream? I would think so. I would think I probably am. Alex Santiago says, you're still expecting a backtest of 702 on the Dow. Well, I never said I'm expecting a backtest, but I mean, I don't know. We're just watching the breakout happen right now on the Dow. I don't know. We'll see. A lot of times when you have these breakouts, if this is the end, right, you could go up like this without backtesting. But then you backtest it here and then like that, you know. Brief post 10. No, I've never heard of that. What price, Alan says, what price would you get to on XRP if 70% of Bitcoin jumped the Fed? I don't know, man. That's a made up number. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Bitcoin back to 29.9. XRP still holding up fantastic. So, all right, let me get through these guys and then we'll get through it. I got a video that I need to get finished. Cole says, explain why XRP went well above 4.236 in 2017. The whole market did in that time. The whole market did. There wasn't very much money in crypto. Everything in the top 10 went up massive numbers. But as you can see, the biggest ones in the party, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they could not get above 4.236s in 2021. It takes a whole lot more money to push those up like that now. Gold rising, thoughts on its structure? Yeah, so gold right here, right? We'll see. Could just be a bounce until another turnover. Obviously, it went back to the all-time high. We've watched this every day in markets in the morning. Gold comes up here every single day. And we watched it get all the way up to the all-time high. And then we were sitting there saying, oh, dear God, not good, not good, because there's a very clear historical behavior of brand new all-time highs. It's either the Dow or it's gold. It's not both. Either one goes into a bull run or the other one does. It is never both of them. So sitting here being like, we kind of got to reject this thing here if we want any hope in here. So any bounces that are happening in gold currently right now, hard to make any type of true narrative out of it. The only thing that matters for gold is if it goes into an all-time high. Bouncing around up in here, retracing, this could just be nothing more than just a retrace, right? In a downtrend, maybe ABCing in here while the Dow goes on to, do something like this. And then while it's doing something like that, gold is doing something like this, right? And then as the Dow turns over, gold goes back up and goes into the bull run, right? That's the order of how things could happen. But while it's sitting here and bouncing around under an all-time high, it literally has no meaning. The only time it will have meaning is if it breaks into a new all-time high. Because if it breaks into a new all-time high, that typically, historically, has signified doom to stock market. They do not go hand in hand. And gold bull runs and crypto bull runs do not go hand in hand. So anybody who is like, investing in crypto and investing in gold, thinking they go together, you have everything backwards. I invest in gold as my hedge against everything else falling apart, right? And I don't think I'm going to get filthy rich on if the stock market falls apart and then my gold goes off into new all-time highs. It's probably just going to kind of keep me at status quo, right? It's not going to like make me $1 trillion or something crazy. Maybe it doubles. I don't know. But it's not going to, I don't think it's going to 10x or anything like that. More of just like the hedge play. But if you're just tuning in, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is at the highest it's ever been in at least a year and 3 months. And it's above the 702. Digital Dot says, regardless of Bitcoin dominance, historically at the lawsuit, only XRP decoupled. It's feasible only XRP recouple after the lawsuit. If XRP does, F's market cap price equals 425. So everybody keeps pointing that they're using the calculator, right? What would it be if it was Ethereum's market cap currently? But you would have to think, is the Ethereum market cap going to stay where it's at? No, it's likely going to retrace. And we've run the math on that many times. You would be hard found that Ethereum will stay still right here with XRP going up. If XRP is going to go up, we have to lean back on history, right? If we're going to use Ethereum's market cap as a guide to say, hey, here's where it can go, but then we're going to ignore every other part of the market. Do you think XRP is really going to go by itself? No. If we're going to use that as a reference, it's probably the whole market's going to shift. So I know everybody's pointing to this Ethereum market cap calculator thing right now, which I think I saw that on Twitter, the 425 thing. I think that number is not relevant currently right now. We need to wait till we get closer and see what the market conditions are like. I think Ethereum will be higher. No. Wigma pool. My twins are due on the 4th of August. If we hit $10 before then, I shall name the boy BCB. Well, if your last name is like Billingson or something, and you want to name him like Bradley Christopher Billingson, okay, I'm cool with that. But definitely don't name his first name BCB. But thank you. Remember 10 months, Wigman Pool, man. I know you've been here for forever. 182. I always think of Blink 182. I'm assuming that's where that comes from. Dingus Jr. says, BCB, do we invalidate the 54.58-ish cent backtest? I don't. I can't let go of it. I mean, I can obviously see the similarities happening in here. Also, the underlying technicals are the same that are happening in here. It seems unlikely. It seems more likely that we're just working our way back up. But it's not possible for me to rule it out. No way. It's just so common to go back and hit them. I can't rule it out. I'm not going to go with 100% certainty on either one of these at this moment. We've been here for 4 days. We're talking about, hey, predict what's going to happen next in the next 24 hours. I built this channel up for so long. You do something like that, you see a 30% drawdown, people get pissed off. I'll show you the issues that are there with both of them. Whatever one happens is what happens. But I could show you this. I mean, incredible similarities, and the strength indicators are all the same. So it looks good. But I can't rule out that we have a wide open gap right here. Whereas when we did this in 2017, right, what were we doing? We were doing it right here at resistance, back testing supports, right? So those are your two major differences. The levels at which they're occurring from are not the same. One of them was on a support level, right? A previous resistance turned support. This one, that level is still way down here. So will it happen? Don't know. But your question is, can we rule it out? I definitely cannot. There you go. All right. I hope I didn't miss anybody. So here's what's going on, guys. I'm recording a video right now, XRP video. It's about 20 minutes long. Should hopefully be up live within the next hour. And then this afternoon, I'm recording with Bearable Bull. I don't know what his plan is on releasing that video. That will be either this afternoon or tomorrow. I don't know. I'll talk to him and I'll relay that to you, at least on my Twitter. One other thing that I keep forgetting to bring up on the YouTube channel. I have a little heads up. Near the end of summer, I will have some days where I will be away from YouTube. This will be July 28th through 31st, and then August 3rd through 7th. I always try to give you guys a heads up beforehand, never shying away during chaotic markets. It's planned to go through the weekends, which I already take off. So, guys, I will be off July 28th through 31st, and I will be off August 3rd through 7th. I always give you guys a heads up before I do that. I know how crazy markets are, how chaotic they are, and I can never tell the markets to take a day off just because I want to take a day off. But never do I ever run from the markets when you feel like hiding in a corner and crying for a little while. I always still show up. So I don't know what it's going to be like on those days, whether it's great, whether it's boring, or terrifying. I don't know, but I won't be here on YouTube on those days. So will I still be on Twitter? I mean, like occasional tweets and stuff, but it's not going to be like Freedom One says, will you still be on Twitter? Yeah, I'll still have access to Twitter. But will it be like screenshotting charts from computers and stuff? It's highly unlikely. I may be able to like tweet or something like that and look at charts from, the TradingView app on my phone. But it's not going to be like in-depth stuff. These are actual little like vacations for the end of the summer for me. Eric Markinson, what a weird vacation schedule. Yeah, I'm going on 2 different vacations. Really, the realtor. When you leave, that's the XRP moon date. LOL. Is this really live right now? No, yes, it is. Good afternoon from Scotland. All right, cool. Oscar. Oh, we got Dingus Jr. BCB. Did we invest? Oh, wait, I already answered your question, Dingus Jr. Oscar Hernandez, keep it up with the super sticker. All right, cool. Guys, let's go. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up so I can get the XRP video worked on and released for the day, and then meet over there with Bearable Bull later to get that recorded. If you guys are looking for something to do, of course, you could check out my website, bcbacker.com, with all of the videos and educational content, historical behavior of the crypto market when it comes to understanding the Bitcoin bull runs, alt seasons, lessons learned from 2017 and 2021, dominant swings, block reward halvings, the stock market, which, ladies and gentlemen, we're above the 702 Fibonacci retracement and the highest in a year and 3 months today. Research data that improved odds, percentage measurements, tokenomics versus market cap versus price, crowd behavior, emotional management, downloadable PDF so you can print everything out that you need, along with links to additional educational content, all right at your fingertips over here on bcbacker.com, guys. All right. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Like you just said, 58 minutes. We're at 59 minutes and 17 seconds. Here we go. We're going to make it under an hour. Thank you so much for watching. If you could, please like this live stream and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor. But if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.